Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Powley's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight we're going to be looking at a sensational fragrance from the house of Zoologist perfumes. This fragrance is known as Civet, which came out in the year 2016, and this is an EDP Eau de Parfum concentration. So what is a civet? A civet is actually an exotic cat where in one time in history they used to take the anal glands out of this dead animal for their pungent and fecal smell. They would add it to perfumes, which gave it an animalic, so-called fecal or pissy scent. This is now a banned substance. So the sensational house of Zoologist has taken it upon themselves to try to replicate many of these older vintage fragrance vibes that have been not discontinued, but are now no longer available for various reasons because of conserving the animals, etc. For me, Zoologist, I own I think 3 of their fragrances, and I've tried many samples. This is by far, in my opinion, out of all the houses out there, the most interesting and intriguing house. Their fragrances, these are niche fragrances, so they're not cheap, but they're ultra high quality. This is a Canadian house, and I'm Canadian, so maybe I'm being biased in this, but I find that this fragrance house easily compares or exceeds the best European houses. And in many cases, like I said, exceeds them by a large scale. This fragrance here is one that is heavy. It's opulent and it has a vintage style to it. In the initial stages of this fragrance, there is a remnant of the great fragrance Kouros and Furieux by Jacques Bogart, but that disappears. But there is that vibe to it. This is an impressive blend, and you can smell the quality of the ingredients. And the presentation is spectacular. The bottle's spectacular. Everything about it. I find that this fragrance is very complex, where people's scent, their ability to smell this fragrance, there's going to be a huge range of what they smell. There are many notes in this scent, but everyone's interpretation is going to vary greatly based on their association of past fragrances. And that's why I get Furieux by Jacques Bogart or Kouros by Yves Saint Laurent in maybe the first few minutes, but then that changes over. But it definitely has that animalic vibe. As for Zoologist, they have many other fragrances such as Beaver. They have one called Beaver, Bat, Camel, Chameleon, Cow, Elephant, Hyrax, Musk, Penguin, Rhinoceros, Sloth, Snowy Owl, and Tyrannosaurus Rex, among others. So they have an incredible ingenuity and an incredible originality. And I know these fragrances are available in parts of the US. I'm not sure about Europe, but if you can get samples or even get a spray, try it, because it's something they really make a great effort to put out a very high quality product, unlike some of the mass houses of the European houses that are just churning out garbage and flankers every fragrance. They're actually attempting to do something unique to the market. So you got to give them 2 thumbs up for immense creativity and effort. Spectacular house, and you got to appreciate it. So I'm going to spray this on the back of my wrist. So initially, this is where you get kind of that sweet, pissy, pungent note. This very exciting, very sexy. And then you also get some soft, white floral notes. And the fragrance at the initial stages is dirty and dusty. It's very, very nice. Warm and pungent. As it starts to dry down, it becomes this dirty, dusty note becomes smoky. You get this incense note, but not like in a strong church setting, but almost like an old house setting where maybe a priest used to live. The fragrance also becomes musky. It's still floral. That's that floral vibe. This mixing of these floral notes with these animalic pissy notes is very, very lovely. Again, it's still pissy, a little bit pungent. Later on, the fragrance starts to soften out. You still have the floral notes, but there's this warm, soft vibes in the back, somewhat sweet, still stinky, ambery, and powdery. So this is an ever-evolving fragrance. And I think this is a mature fragrance person would like this. Someone with a season, knows someone that has more experience. They can appreciate like a fine bottle of wine. This is a very fine fragrance, in my opinion. Spectacular. There are many fragrance notes in this fragrance. I'm going to rattle these off quickly. There is resins, a civet, synthetic civet note, tuberose, ylang ylang, various spices, coffee, incense, carnation, frangipani, oak moss, orange, Russian leather, musk, labdanum, woodsy notes, lime, heliotrope, black pepper, linden blossom, Canadian balsam, tarragon, vanilla, lemon, bergamot, vetiver, and hyacinth. So this is a very very well-rounded, complex fragrance. And like I said, it has that one element that many great complex fragrances has. Every time you smell it, you seem to get something else. And everybody seems to get something else. They say, there's a wide variation, spectrum of variation of interpretation of this fragrance. Final thoughts on this. This isn't a cheap fragrance, but it is not ridiculously priced. I think it's fair price considering the quality of the ingredients and the originality of the composition and the fact that the company is legitimately trying to put a good product in the market. And I think if you try some of the samples, if you get something sprayed on you, I think you will find something you like. But this is for not a beginner. These are very advanced fragrances. The quality is very, very high. I think this is an extremely unique blend. This is like I said, some of the mature vintage lover perhaps in general. And I think that anyone that has not explored this house, this could be a spectacular voyage for you. And I know when I first smelt it, the first thing I noticed when I first smelt their fragrances in the various samples I had was just the high quality of it. And that was something, and it wasn't like suffocating. It was just that they're taking their business very, very seriously, and they do their best to replicate vintage smelling fragrances that no longer can be produced. Performance on this, it was potent. I got very good 7-8 hours, excellent scent wafts. I would start with one spray, and again, everyone, like, these fragrances really resonate off me. And I think I have a hotter body temperature, and that's why they push off me more than other people. After 2 days and several showers, I still could pick it up on my wrist, and it will remain on your clothes for weeks. So I would give this fragrance and this house as a whole 4 thumbs up. And I think I have to give it to them because of the fact they're trying to do something good. They're trying to add something to the market, not just continually be a hack and produce the same garbage over and over like some of the various European houses that I don't even consider anymore. So this is why you venture off into something like this, because you're looking for something unique. You're looking for something original. Give this house a chance. I do not think you will be disappointed because it is spectacular. So if you like this fragrance, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Any comments or questions you have on Zoologist or the Civet fragrance, leave them down below, and I'll always get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.